Hey guys, it's Digi Dustin here. I didn't originally plan on making this video, but I want to go over set 2 again because I'm seeing a lot of people freaking out about power creep as if Banco is just wildly releasing cards and doesn't care about keeping a level playing field or keeping set 1 or the trial decks relevant in the meta, and I just feel like everyone needs to calm down and take a step back. We see this all the time when you look at a fighting game and a new DLC character is revealed. Everyone freaks out and thinks they're broken. In any other card game, as we get new reveals for new sets, people start freaking out about specific cards, thinking that they're going to destroy the game. But until those cards actually come out, it's unknown, and honestly, generally, they're a tier 2 or tier 3 deck, because while new abilities and new interactions might sound completely broken, until you actually see them tested out, it's really not that bad. So I'm hearing a lot of worry over Ulforce Vidramon, and I'm a little sad that I feel like I need to talk bad about him a little bit because he is one of my favorite Digimon, but he's honestly, he might be the best blue card when he comes out, but he's not that much better than everything we've seen so far. Set 1 Metal Guru Mon, not only does he restand with his interaction with Guru Mon, but he'd actually set up Arrow Vidramon over here better to get the 3 restands in one turn. In fact, you generally probably won't get 3 restands with Ulforce Vidramon in one turn, because that would require having a champion out, being able to evolve into Arrow Vidramon, and still having the memory to attack with Ulforce Vidramon again. Now, obviously, as we see more cards, it's becoming more possible, but even then, if you follow the Vmon line all the way up, regardless of what Vidramon you use, it's not as if he has extra security attacks. So even if you do get in all 3 attacks, that's still just 3 security damage. It's really good. I'm not going to downplay that, but it's nothing game breaking. It's not better than the other bosses we've seen so far. And I'll just go over some of the other bosses we're seeing. Alga Mon's ability is new. It's cool. It just discards security, which is neat, but realistically it's just an extra security attack. Yes, Alga Mon can't die by discarding that security, but it's also only for every 10 cards in your opponent's trash, until we see a method of red just rapidly discarding cards from your opponent's deck to their trash. It's usually only going to trigger once, deal 1 extra security damage. That's good, but again, it's not game breaking. Shine Greymon, there's not a lot to say here. I don't think anybody's extremely scared of him. He does some neat things, but that's about it. Alga Mon is amazing. Alga Mon's a great step up for green, but I believe that is what green needed, a big step up. I don't think Alga Mon negates past green bosses, but I think his champion and ultimate certainly give all green bosses a huge step forward, as you can get into them much faster. Black's boss as well as Purple's boss are both on play only abilities. Now they do have special keywords, blocker and vengeance to kamikaze, but evolving into them, they are nothing. They are just beat sticks. So to get the most out of them, you have to straight play them for the 12 cost, and I'm glad we're seeing cards that reward that. However, understand that their powerful abilities come with the big drawback. So I'd be very cautious saying that they're anything close to broken. Millenium On, I see a lot of people scared about Millenium On. He's interesting, not much better than Omnimon. In fact, I'd say he's worse than Omnimon, but a lot of people disagree. But unless you're going to say Omnimon breaks the game, you shouldn't be saying that about Millenium On, because they both get rid of one Digimon. Omnimon can get rid of more, but Millenium On can only get rid of one Digimon. Omnimon has 2 attacks. Millenium On just has a second life. They both have their uses. As far as tamers go, none of these are really a big step up. Sora gives an extra 2k to your Digimon, but only if it attacks security. Joe gives an extra memory if you discard a Digivolution source, but that hasn't been the main blue play for a while. Since set 1, I can't say for a while, I suppose, but unless this type of play becomes more prominent for blue, Joe's nothing of relevance. Rena's cool. I mean, great Digi waifu, and yes, she does some neat things. Rest her to pass 1k to ensure your Ulforce Veedramon restand, because he does need a blue tamer to be rested. And she does a search for V. It's only the top 3 cards. Normally that would be awful, but if you're running a pure Vmon deck, from the looks of things, you should normally be able to hit this. Now, whether she's better than the promo Taichi or not is hard to say, and do you want to run 8 tamers in a deck? I don't know. Maybe? Kari is pretty good. Gives you a memory if your security's 3 or less. Play a bunch of her. Maybe she's who they meant to trigger the Shine Greymon line. Taiga's interesting. He's Tyrannomon support. Didn't really expect it. It'll be cool if we see more Tyrannomon. Probably needs the support. The purple and black tamers, they're nothing of note. Gatomon is to be ran in a purple deck. Or maybe we'll see workarounds of just running a purple Digimon that appears a lot in a yellow deck. She's pretty 5 cost to give one of the opponent's Digimon minus 4k. She's not great. She's okay. And her option card is a good counter to Rookie Rush, but it's not great. It's not something you'd want to, you might want to splash it in there. However, you're generally not going to get the full effect of 3 opponents level 3 Digimons. Generally, you'll see maybe 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimons get hit with this, maybe 2, and that's probably all you need to see. So I do think it's worth running, but again, I wouldn't call it game breaking. I really don't want to talk bad about any of these cards. I do think that all of them are good. I think that they all have their place. I just really want people to take a step back from the anxiety I'm seeing within the community and just wait for the set to drop. I don't think we're going to have to deal with anything that just destroys the game and makes things unplayable. I think that most of the card design I've seen at this point has been extremely intentional, and that going forward, even the first starter decks will likely still have some value, that maybe the bosses from them will come back. After all, Metal Guru Mon is still the only Digimon that has a conditionless restand. We don't see that from Ulforce or Set 1 Metal Guru Mon. And the first starter deck, War Greymon, still has the highest security damage in the game. I can't really say anything great about Set 1 or the first starter deck, Serafimon, but that's okay. Till next time, guys. Stay wholesome.